Hi, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to fix this problem. Notice how the lens has popped out of the frame because the frame is damaged. I'm going to fix this by heating up the plastic using a soldering iron, and I'm going to weld the plastic back together. You can use super glue, although it is not recommended. If you want to see how to fix this using super glue, please check out my video in the description. The correct method is actually to weld this. I'm going to put that there, and now I'm going to see, will this lens pop out? No. Okay, so it is going to be a bit of a tight weld here because I'm showing that there's a bit of a gap there. So I'm going to have to put this under quite a bit of pressure to close that gap. In the middle of the lens is a lip. Make sure that that lip seats into the gap over here. There's a recess running along the frame. The lip goes in that gap. Right, the lens is firmly in place. Now what I need to do is heat this up using a soldering iron. I'm taking my soldering iron and I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to hold the soldering iron there for a bit. It's going to melt the plastic, and then I'm going to fuse the plastic together. I'm pulling these two sections together. I'm also making sure they are straight. Notice how if I bend it in one way, it's out of alignment, and in the other way, it's out of alignment. So they've got to be in alignment, and I'm holding it firmly in place. I'm now going to take the soldering iron and just put it on the crack and hold it there. I'm not pressing down much. I'm just holding it there. You can go more from the back because we don't want to make it look funny. And I'm just holding it there, and now I start to massage the left to the right to the left. Notice how I am holding the soldering iron here, and then I'm going left to right, left to right, left to right. And I'm taking a bit of the plastic from the nearby area and I'm moving it to the other side, and then from this side, I'm moving the plastic to the other side. All right, so I'm going to let that cool down and I'm going to release it. And I just want to show you that already it's held in place. It's quite strong already. This is why plastic welding is better than trying to use super glue. Right, so now I'm going to make this strong. Now I'm taking a cable tie and just cutting a piece off here, placing the section of the cable tie over the part I've welded. I'm then taking my soldering iron and I'm melting the one side of the cable tie into the plastic. Try and match the color if you can. If you've got blue plastic, rather use blue plastic. And it doesn't matter if the cable tie doesn't stay in place. The point is I'm adding plastic here to add a level here. Notice how I'm allowing these two plastics to melt together. Right, now I'm on the other side here and I'm going to weld it a little bit here. Now, as I hold the soldering iron here, I'm careful not to poke it all the way through. I hold it for a bit and move it. I hold it and move it. It's like I'm mixing. And don't worry about the color. The more I hold it on here, the more the colors start to merge together. That's how I know it's melting nicely. Now, yes, it might look like a mess, but it's getting stronger. Notice that even though I'm welding quite a bit at the back, it's not coming through to the front. Yes, there is that little rough part there, but I'll fix that just now. Right, so now I'm making sure that I want it the same level. So I'm flattening it. Now on this side, I'm doing the same. I'm taking my soldering iron and it's like I'm painting. Now I'm using gravity to let this plastic go away from the lens. We don't want the plastic on the lens, and we don't want the plastic to melt on the lens. Now, if the plastic is going over the lens, there's a quick trick here. Just heat it up like I'm doing. Just heat it up, and once it's hot, quickly just take your nail and just go like that. It's not going to burn you. Just go quickly like that. All right, so before I clean up the area, I'm going to quickly do a strength test. Look at that, look how it's bending, look at that. So that weld is very good. In fact, I'm hearing it creaking here more than this side. And look at that deflection, look how it's bending there, look at that. That weld is really strong. So what I need to do now is clean it, make it look good. Now, if you have tools like this, you could grind it and make it and polish it and make it look really good. I know a lot of you don't have those tools, so I'm going to show you what to do with just the soldering iron. All right, so the first step is to start at the back. Taking the soldering iron and I'm going to smooth it out. So it's like I'm going to be painting. Yeah, so it's like I'm painting, check. And I'm smoothing it out. Once I smooth it out there, you might notice it actually gets protruded here on the top. Look at that. So what I've got to do is I've got to bend it over and then smooth the top. And now I'm going to do the front very, very carefully. And only in the section where it is broken. Right, once I've done the front, I'm just going to do a little bit on the top here. Right, so that's done. Now it's just this side here. Okay, so get the surface as smooth as possible. What I mean by that is take the iron and just with a gentle force, not enough to melt deeply, just this surface layer. And notice how I'm doing pretty long strokes, quite broad strokes. And if I see any bump, I just push it down and I'm smoothing it out. And make sure the tip of your soldering iron is clean for this part. Now my soldering iron is not very hot. Now there are some bumps on the top, so all I do is it's almost like I'm pulsing it. And then I'm going over it, almost like I'm coloring it in. And you might have to do this a few times. What I mean is, as you flatten the top, it comes out the side, then you flatten the side, then it goes a bit out the top, and eventually it gets better and better. Now here at the back, it's not so important for it to be perfect. What's more important is that it's a strong weld. So I don't mind a little bit of a bulge here, just a small bulge. And note how it's almost like I'm rubbing it. Check that. And I don't hold it there for too long. I just feel it with my finger to make sure there are no rough burrs. Okay, that's the repair using just the soldering iron. So it is quite smooth, not very smooth. And if you've got some very fine sandpaper, you can file it very gently. This is a 600 and this is a 1000. And very, very mild sanding here. Just a little bit on the top, just to smooth it out. You don't have to do this step. Careful the lens here, I won't scratch it. Right, now I go over it with the 1000. Now you don't have to sand it. I'm just showing if you want it completely smooth. It is very smooth now, and that's the best I can get with using a soldering iron and just sandpaper. Now I've managed to smooth it out using the soldering iron. If you have a Dremel, you could smooth it out using the Dremel. It's actually quite a bit easier. Now it is a bit rough looking, so now it needs to be polished. You can use some silicone spray and just put a little bit on here, and you'll notice that it shines and it makes it look really good, but it's a short-term fix. You can use the tools to polish it and get that shine back, and the Dremel is particularly useful for the front. I'm just putting this bit on, which is going to help with the polishing. Right, so I just need to clean it. All right, so there is the repair, and you can take a bit of silicone spray just to make it shine. But this is just a short-term shine. And notice the lens is in perfect order, no scratching or damage at all to the lens. And there is the flexibility test and now a bend test. Notice how I'm deforming that. Look at that. So that weld is very strong now. So there is the repair. You can do this without doing the filler method, without adding additional plastic. You can just weld the parts together, but I've used the filler method so that it's extra strong. One of the reasons why I say be careful of damaging the lens with a soldering iron is, say for example, you cannot fix your frame. You can reuse that lens. If you find a frame that is a bit smaller, then they can recut the lens for a smaller frame. And then you can still use your original lenses if you're unable to fix the frame.